kicks it very long, very deep, and no one's back there. Nathan Wong having to run after it, but it's too long.
Just the start that Brazil didn't want, giving the ball straight back to New Zealand, a dangerous team, giving a chance to attack from the centre of the pitch right from the off.
Feels like both teams are in slow motion at the moment, but that's because of the heat out there.
I'm sure it will get going in a minute. Get the ball into Portia Woodman's hands, somebody like that, and then it will get moving a bit faster.
Tyler Nathan Wong in the middle there with the ball in hand. Gives it up to Brazier. Dummy runner in front goes to Williams. Here she is. Nice pass off there to Blythe. Michaela Blythe taken down by Mahal. And they've got the advantage, New Zealand. Taken quickly by Brazier. Runs across the park. Uses Nathan Wong as a dummy. And good pass out to Woodman. And Woodman goes over for the first try of the tournament for her.
Probably the shortest ever run-in for a Portia Woodman try there. The pass a little bit behind her, but it didn't matter. She didn't have very far to go. 96 tries, and there's probably never been a shorter one. Kelly Brazier running across the pitch. Out to Portia Woodman. Little step, a little in and out, wasn't it? So she had to do some work.
Sevens Player of the Year for the last season. She was crowned after the World Cup final at the World Rugby Awards. 55 tries last season. So score will remain 5-0. Good start for the girls in black.
55 tries in a season. I mean, that really is phenomenal, isn't it? You can't put too many, you can't celebrate that too much. Just incredible. 6 tournaments.
Only 5 people in history have ever done that in a season. That's guys and girls.
Amazing.
Just taking her time there, Nathan Wong. That traditional switch around she does, and there's Chubik. Good chase from her. So New Zealand had the ball again. Brazier up to the line. Lovely step off her left. That's what we love to see from Kelly Brazier. And she goes right under the post.
And that is more like it from New Zealand. First of all, a really good kick-off, then brilliantly competed by Sarah Goss, then brilliantly cleared from the breakdown by Sarah Goss. You won't see the clearance pass, it's too early. And then Kelly Brazier doing what she does best, which is a little step off the left foot, carries the ball in 2 hands of defence, don't know where she's going. So hard to predict. Great finish.
Yeah, Brazier, the holder of the all-time points record in club, which was 64, and NPC 45 for the women in New Zealand. So she knows how to score tries and kick goals.
She does. She's become a really important player for this New Zealand team, hasn't she? One of the really influential playmakers, but also one of those who can really make something special happen when it's needed.
So chase on there from Goss and Chubik.
You're in front.
So offside call against Brazil. Blythe up on the ball, but it will be Tyler Nathan Wong that comes up to organise everything for New Zealand.
Yeah, taking their time, New Zealand, setting up for a penalty move.
Brazier, dummies. Ball not quite getting to Niall Williams. Woodman. There's a wraparound from Williams. Nice footwork. 2 tacklers on her.
Available.
They've got numbers here in New Zealand if they go wide. This doesn't quite go to hand. Nathan Wong. Goss. Blythe's got plenty of speed as well. And once again, Brazil.
Roll quicker, please.
Yeah, not rolling away, not giving New Zealand the ball. There he is, there's the man, Sonny Bill Williams, watching his sister play. What an experience for her, and what experience for the pair of them that he's here watching.
She lived with him when he first came over to 15-a-side and played for the Crusaders. They both lived in Christchurch together. He loves his family, SB Dub. Here's a good hit back from Chubik.
Penalty advantage, high tackle.
Nathan Wong.
Advantage over.
Looking good here, New Zealand. Williams. Shapes up the footwork. Good pass back into Woodman. Woodman, feet driving, legs driving. She's over. Very easy indeed. The defence didn't want to know about it.
Such strength she has, doesn't she? They're not typical Portia Woodman tries these, that's for sure. No 50 metres running around the outside, but the strength and determination here. So Williams takes it on the outside, offers the cut back inside to Woodman, shrugs off one tackle, then shrugs off about 3 more. 2 players hanging off her as she gets over the try line. The strength is fantastic.
Yep, all New Zealand at this point in time. They've had the ball majority of the time, and that was converted as well. Let's have a look at it. Look at that effort right from the sideline. Well done, Nathan Wong. So 19 plays 0 now. It's Woodman. There she is. Top all-time try scorer for women across the board. 97, well ahead of Kayla McAllister, who's injured and probably watching from home right now.
You wouldn't bet against her getting to the 100 this weekend, would you? That's for sure. Again, a lovely high kick there, and that tapped down by Goss to Tubic Blyde.
3 forwards working together well. Can you believe it? Brazil have not made 1 pass yet in this match. There it is. Whew. They've hardly had the ball, have they? New Zealand competing so well at the kickoff. Sarah Goss does that so well, competing, even if she's not getting 2 hands to the ball, knocking it back. So just had no possession whatsoever, Brazil. Brazier. Williams had to work hard to receive that pass. Gets it away. Brazier involved again. And here's Woodman on the edge. Is Woodman going to go over? Not quite. Brazier's there. And it'll be Kelly Brazier who goes over for a second. Yeah, Kelly Brazier in the end that finished. There was a Williams offload in that try somewhere, I'm pretty sure. The first of many, I should imagine, if her brother's anything to go by. Kelly Brazier to Portia Woodman, back to Brazier in the end. No defence left.
7, just drop over, please. Just slightly. Yeah, thank you.
It's actually Sheree Tane. Apologies there. Woodman's gone off. But Brazier involved so much in this game so far. Her hands on the ball. She's been into everything. Another good kick, but this time it misses. So half-time break in New Zealand. Well, they've recovered from their first defeat very well so far for the first 7 minutes. It's 24 points to 0 over Brazil.
Hey girls, how's that?
Really good.
Why is that?
Just sticking to our basics and doing our core roles
Yep,
first.
yep.
Fucking awesome.
Outstanding striking. Hey, patience, Ray Hazel, over there, awesome patience. We're going to a ruck, we're making them go offside, and then Tahi's on. An arrow, our arrow coming back, really decisive running. Okay, over there, the reason why we offloaded so well is we had numbers because we're working.
Yeah.
Okay, we worked really, really hard. Okay, just one change at this stage. Gail, you just jump on for Kelly. We'll go again, and then we'll just keep making those changes, okay? Do the simple things well, look to go to space, be dominant with the ball. If they get the ball, you come up and you swarm them, eh? Let's work on attack for accuracy.
Fast too.
Good.
On that turnover.
Good.
From attack to D, we react.
Yeah. 7 minutes, we keep it on, okay, this whole time.
Keeping it on.
Like Bunce always says, we defend that line. No one passes it, okay? Sisters on 3. 1, 2, 3. Sisters!
So New Zealand making that one change there. Kelly Brazier, who's been outstanding, she goes off, she gets a rest, and that's because her work has been so good, as we see the smile there from Sonny Bill. I believe that's his wife sitting next to him too. Probably their little girl is with him, who just turned 1 about a week or so ago. It's a family affair.
He is, and so far his sister's doing him proud. A little offload in the run-up to that last try. See what else she's got up her sleeve in this half.
She's just playing it safe so far. She's attacked the line but hasn't gone for the breaks herself. She's just trying to be the person who distributes it, isn't she? Very distinct kick-off style there. That time just a little long and big.
Distinct and extraordinarily unusual to see a mistake like that from Tyler Nathan Wong on kick-off. Usually so accurate, but very distinctive when she chooses to go other side of the pitch. You know it's coming as the opposition, that's for sure.
So finally it's Brazil's chance to show us what they have, and straight away they attack the defensive line through Santini. Oh, that an intercept here for Michaela Blyde. And Michaela Blyde is away. You can see the determination on her face. There was no way she wasn't going over for that 5 points.
You could see that happening in slow motion. The pass looping over Michaela Blyde's eyes, lighting up, running onto the ball. Here it comes. The pass goes over the top. It's because the defence has come up so hard. She attempts the pass over the top, Tharulo, but straight in the hands of Michaela Blyde, and she's got pace, hasn't she?
And they had a nice kick too, so 31 plays nil, and Michaela Blyde, usually a winger in the Sevens game, and this match being used as a strike prop, maybe in response to Ruby Tui missing a couple of tackles in that defeat they had against on their first game.
Yeah, with Hanuhirame Kalahohepa missing, looking for a bit of pace on the other side, New Zealand, aren't they? She's not particularly large for the fast prop role, but playing it really well at the moment.
So some good tries so far for the Kiwis. Goss. This time just a small little mistake. And captain fantastic.
Knock on from Black.
A few scraps of possession at least for Brazil now. Another chance to get their hands on the ball.
Three and five.
So we've got changes happening here.
3, 5. Who's captain now, please?
Morgan Morrow comes on, as does Ruby Tui. Fresh legs for the forwards. Gee, Sarah Goss is going to get a rest.
Not very often that happens, is it? Almost never does Sarah Goss get to spend a few minutes off the pitch. Who's the captain now?
Binds.
Yeah, that's a good question. It might be Nathan Wong.
I think you're right. I think I saw her put a hand up when the referee asked that question.
So running across the field there and backwards, Brazil managed to get it back. Santini looking to attack that short side. Campos. Plenty of defenders there.
Ball's there.
They have made a few metres, Brazil, so reasonably promising. Now they're trying to shift it away. The defence from New Zealand up at an umbrella, but offside
12.
Far too quickly.
It looked right on the edge, didn't it? They're sprinting up the New Zealand backline, trying to put Brazil under as much pressure as possible, but that time just a little bit too soon.
There's an opportunity.
No, that's it. Lost Black one.
Dent had to take it in. So they have got numbers here if they can shift it accurately and across. Arahu out to Faturu Malbauer. So far better from Brazil here. The Kiwi coach Chris Neal might be a little bit happier with that. They keep it still. Brazil going on the right-hand side. Here's a good opportunity. She had support on the inside, and here it is. Santini was yelling for it, and finally she got the ball back. And Brazil, well done, well worked.
Edna Santini, the Brazilian pocket rocket, 14 tries for her, and for a team that's always at the bottom end of the table, that's a lot of tries. There was a huge gap between the first and second defender. The pass came very, very late. We thought the moment had gone, but she just managed to get the out of contact over the head offload in. Here it comes to Santini. Much easier if that had gone a split second sooner, but hey, they all count. It made it into Edna Santini's hands, and a straight run in for her. Great moment for Santini against New Zealand.
Yeah, she's a very busy little bee, isn't she? Everywhere, no doubt about it. And the pass too from Amanda Araho. Very good. So 31 points to 5 now. Just over 2 minutes to go. still keen to get in there. Brazil put the pressure on. They race up. It's Fata Simpkins. Fata Simpkins evades the first. She's going down the tram lines. She does a nice little body shift. Nearly gets through that first one. Lovely pop pass. Ball to nobody from Glide. And so Brazil nab it. Attacking close to the ruck there. It's Campos. Still have it. Silva, the young 17-year-old.
Ruck is formed, offside.
Got to keep speeding the game up, Brazil.
Yeah, New Zealand working so hard in defence. They're not quite getting the balance right at the moment, giving a couple of offsides away, but it's because they're trying to live right on the edge, work really hard in defence, get up in the faces of Brazil. So I don't think the coach will mind that too much. They're doing what he's clearly asked them to do, which is get right up in the face of the attack.
Well, they've missed just one tackle, New Zealand, and they had a mistake, just threw the ball forward there. So the black jerseys swarming. Broughton runs across. It's Tane. Tane's fast. Tane's slippery like an eel as she pushes off the last defender. Shure Tane, the 20-year-old's over.
Yeah, giving her credit this time, Tane, not Portia Woodman. Similar hair running out the back, but brilliant work all by herself, Shure Tane. 15th try, showing that she's got the pace too. She's got the ability to shrug those tackles off. Poor mistake from Brazil that set it all up, and eventually the ball makes it into Tane's hands. Bounce that one tackle off and then finishes it off really well.
Yes, she's from Waikato, an old Hamilton Girls High girl. Currently studying a BA in Sports and Leisure. One of the finds from the Go for Gold program that New Zealand put together about 3 or 4 years ago to find new athletes for this fantastic game of sevens. So this will be the last play for this match. And taken in.
That's lost.
That pass once again finds nobody. So the mistakes coming, but Brazil still have it though. So this is looking promising. Oh, it was high, wasn't it, from Williams on Silva? Yeah, and she's going to get the late yellow card for that one. So Niall Williams goes to her first sin bin. I don't think her brother's ever been sin binned.
I'm not sure, but she knew that that was coming, didn't she? Far too high. As soon as it had happened, she put her hands up. She knew that that was coming. Silva showing her inexperience. Silva needed to cut back. Had she cut back sooner, there was a huge gap in the defence. And had she cut back, she wouldn't have got in the way of that Williams tackle. But yes, certainly high, certainly a yellow card.
So looking to attack on the left-hand side now. Brazil. Berent. Got it off to Campos. Some more. Taken quickly by Menezes.
No, play on. Play on.
They've got numbers there, Brazil. On the short side, here's Silva. And just driven over. So quite a bit of extra time there, but in the end, New Zealand, well, they made a better statement in that match, didn't they? A 36 points to 5 victory over Brazil for the Kiwis.